trick me out of my laptop, you'll give me your car. 13 years ago I was in my late teens, living on my own and really struggling to live financially. One of the few possessions I had was an old laptop. My laptop had stopped working properly, and while I'm fairly proficient in using a computer, I had no idea about fixing them. I did a bit of searching on the internet but couldn't get it working, so I asked my stepdad to take a look. He has a quick look and says it fucked, but he'll take it off my hands if I don't want it, so I said, sure, if it's broken then it's no good to me. 10 minutes later I walk in the room and he's using it. I asked if he fixed it and he says, yeah, thanks for the laptop. I was obviously pissed. My mom says she wasn't getting involved and his only response was that he did a quick internet search to find the fix and I could have done the same. I was broken. He took one of my only possessions even though he had a PC and a laptop already. A few months later I was visiting my mom and stepdad when I had an idea. While I am useless with computers, I'm very competent with mechanics, specifically Audis. And my stepdad had a 2001 Audi A3. Before coming in the house I went under his car and unplugged the oil level sensor in a vac line for the turbo. Later on that day he went to go to the shop or something. When he started the car it threw up oil warning lights on the dash and wouldn't boost, so he turned it off and had a look of concern on his face. I went out to ask him what's up and he said that something gone majorly wrong. He says something along the lines of catastrophic turbo failure or engine failure. He's already spent quite a bit on repairs and didn't want to spend any more money on it, so spoke to my mom about just cutting his losses and scrapping it. I asked how much it's worth at the scrapyard and he says £100, so I ever so graciously offer £120 to take it off his hands to maybe part it out, which he accepts. He signed over the logbook, title, and wrote me a receipt of purchase and handed the keys over. I walked outside, lifted the bonnet, pretended to look at my phone for a minute, went under the car and plugged the vac line and oil sensor back in, fired it straight up and drove around the block. When I got back I gave him the thumbs up and said it's all fine now. His mouth was wide open and he was mega pissed, and my reply was, you could have found the solution too with a quick internet search. He tried arguing that it wasn't fair and if it's working then I can't just take his car, but I just said he didn't have a problem tricking me out of my laptop and that he's already signed the car over to me, so tough luck. My mom kinda laughed and said she's not getting involved and that it was his own fault. I still have the car to this day and it's practically in showroom condition and runs sweet. Here's the old girl in all her shiny glory. Edit. Thank you for all the awards people have gilded me with. I didn't know any of these existed beyond gold and silver. Edit 2, guys and gals. It's not that unbelievable. I tricked someone into thinking their car was broken so I could have it. Yes, it's 100% true. Yes, I know I'm an asshole and I don't deny that it was a douche move, but I thought people might get a kick out of a bit of revenge. Your mom didn't stand up for you getting cheated out of a laptop to your stepdad. Well, you absolutely, positively owned his ass. Well done. He totally deserved it. How can a parent be this shitty of a person to their kid? When I was 18 I had my own car, payment and insurance. The stepfather had a company car which they took from him. I come home from work one day to be told about his problem. He announces he's taking my car because it has AC. I walk into my bedroom and back out to where he was sitting smug as ever. I throw the payment book a few years ago, and the one for the insurance. His jaw hit the floor and asked, "What's this?" Told him if he's taking it, he's paying for it and I expect it to be kept clean and maintained. He had co-signed the loan, so if he didn't make the payments he was screwed. This was my junior year summer. I got the payment book back for graduation. Still the look on his face when he got the bills to take my car. Priceless. Not as great as your post, but I still laugh to this day. I don't know a lot about cars, but that one looked expensive. Like, how is that only worth £100 even as scrap? Now it's just some Audi that he, stepdad, used to own. Nice one up. Particularly interesting to me, since I've long thought computers and cars are two of the most valuable things to know your own way around. Always seemed like if you don't know much about one, you should at least make sure you know about the other. For me, it's sort of the other way round. Computers, I can handle anything more or less. But cars, I can do some stuff, but I'm definitely not one of those people who will think nothing of replacing a cylinder head or swapping out on the clutch. The audacity of the father winking face. Hide the number plate in the photo. Don't want your stepdad stumbling on this post winking face. Kinda similar. A friend got his first car by answering an ad that said, "If you can start it, you can have it." The owner had left it in drive. My friend noticed that, fiddled with nothing under the hood for 10 minutes, put it in park and started it up. I do PC repair professionally. For family and friends, I only charge them for parts. My sister asked me to look at her laptop. It would not boot at all. It took a while, but I found out that her motherboard was shot and her hard drive had errors. I gave her a price to fix it. The MB was about $80. A new SSD was $60, and it would likely take a week or so to get the MB. She said she didn't want to be without a PC for that long. So we went to Best Buy and she bought a new one with my advice. I should say she and her husband are very wealthy. She said I could have her old laptop, so I ordered a motherboard and a new SSD for it. Replacing MB on a laptop can be tedious and difficult. But after a few hours work, I had a laptop that was pretty nice. I sold it to a client who needed one. I made about $200 on it, not counting my labor. About 4 hours. A few weeks later, sister asked me what I did with her old laptop. I explained it to her. She thought I should split the $200 with her since it was her laptop. I didn't want to cause a family rift over $100. So I did as she suggested. However, next time she needs free PC service, which is often, I will not be so quick to help. Real talk. Your mom is a piece of work. Who doesn't defend their own fucking child in this instance? Terrible mother TBH. You're able to sign titles over that easily. I think we gotta go to our DMV or some shit. I'm loving that the last 2 letters of your license plate are no. I think stepdad came out ahead. He managed to free himself of an aging Audi money pit. Well done, you. Well played! Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. He was a douche to you and you got him back pretty good. You absolute star. Well done, that man. Have a virtual beer on me. He conned you out of something precious. You conned him back. Thus is the law of equivalent exchange. To be mad at that would be to be mad at life itself. Savage level 100. Good work. I love older mint condition looking cars. So jealous.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.